So we just closed escrow at 3115 Conquista Avenue in Long Beach. And I just wanted to share some of the particulars about that sale. And first off, it was already a different sale in that most properties or they come to me and they need like some work still. This property was already beautiful. It has a beautiful kitchen, already opened up and redone, like just a lovely home. But they wanted me to come over and give them my thoughts. And I always like doing that because most sellers think they need to do all these things that they actually don't need to do. And I've done it long enough that I can walk in and say, nope, 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 like do this, do that, do that. So I did, I went over and there were a few things like the trim really could be painted on the outside or like the fascia board. And most people, like the home you live in and the home you sell are two different things. So it's about depersonalizing, taking some of the stuff out. Most people like their backyard. If they're not using it that much right then, we can do a little something fun there. My goal is to lighten and brighten the property, make it super emotionally appealing, which it already was, and just add value. I think that's a difference between marketing and advertising. Like, yeah, advertising is great, but the marketing aspect of it, knowing what people are looking for and what we could do with pretty much on this property minimal effort in order to achieve our goals. This property also had a repair that had to be done, but it couldn't be done before escrow. And there were a few items, that needed to be addressed, but we just couldn't do it before we got into escrow. They needed to get it sold. So at that point, it was about disclosure and making sure that anybody who came in that was interested in the property knew exactly what they were dealing with. Because what you don't want is you don't want to not tell somebody, have them make an offer, and you negotiate, you get in escrow, they have their inspection there. So wait a minute, like I didn't know that. I'm going to reduce my offer. I want this, I want that. And then it becomes a whole new renegotiation. I like to pre-negotiate is what I call it. So I bring everything that I know to the future potential buyer's attention so that I tell them, when you make your offer based on those items because we're not going to address them any further. And so it's a lot of work, actually. I'm exhausted. By the time I have this whole whole weekend of open houses, and we had a snow cone truck and neighbors and, all that. And now I tell every agent, if I haven't met them at the open house, you need to call me so I can make sure. So we had, I think we had 9 offers on that property, and that's due to great pricing as well. You have to have a pricing strategy in your arsenal so that you're not too high and you're not too low. If you're too high right now, people say, yeah, but I'm not in a hurry. You can go higher. I have news for you. You are in a hurry, even though you don't think so. You're not in a physical hurry. But if your house doesn't get an offer, the average for sales in that area on a good sales price to sell above is like 10 days. So if you're not in or close to being in after the first weekend, there's probably a problem. Now that changes, depending on the season, but right now that's where we were. So we priced it perfectly. And it was a good value, but I make sure to tell everybody that comes in, it's going above. Like you can see all the activity, because all of that with the pricing and the photos and the videos and the marketing that we do drives a lot of people to the open house. So it was the busiest open house I've had in years. It was crazy. So the price did a lot of that too. So in any case, 9 offers, we sold it well over 100,000 above, but not just that, we got the right buyer. When you have multiple offers, you get to pick your buyer and you get to feel comfortable with their down payment and, the different terms of the contract. So that was amazing. I would say my favorite, like kind of staging item that we did on this one, there was a condenser right outside the back door of the family room. And I just don't like looking at condensers. And so we did some research and found one of these like wood accent surrounds for it. Oh my gosh, it was under $100 and it looked amazing. So if you're interested, even if your house is fixed up, not fixed up, if you're interested in getting some information, just let me know.